Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today on the 22nd of September 2013, and we are continuing to monitor very closely our severe Typhoon Usagi at this time, right around 11 a.m. Hong Kong Standard Time. Winds are sustained around 160, gusting up to 222 kilometers per hour, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. This is just a view of the radar of the storm as it continues to bear down on the southeastern China coastline, and that is after it impacted southern Taiwan here throughout the day on Saturday. So now the storm is continuing to pull off here towards the west here on a Sunday. It's still moving out there towards Hong Kong. The good news, it does look like, at least at this time, just given the forward momentum of it, it is going to be making landfall just north of Hong Kong Island out here. Now, that means good news because it's going to be making landfall prior to impacting the city head on here. Also, winds will start to decrease slightly in intensity, but still, it's going to be a pretty powerful typhoon here at landfall. Even at this time, it doesn't even look like it's weakening all that much. We still have a very well-defined eye. That eye wall is still very concentrated around the center of the storm system, so we're going to still see these winds continue to kick up here and definitely gust upwards and over 200 kilometers per hour. Take a look farther towards the east, though. Also in eastern Taiwan, you're still seeing the heavy rainfall. In the past 48 hours out here at one location, actually about 560 millimeters has been recorded. I do think throughout the rest of the day here on Sunday, you're still going to have that moisture inflow wrap in from the south and push on shore and hit the mountains out here, so still a very high risk of flooding, basically still due to Usagi as it still tracks off here towards the west. Now, landfall, like I said, at this time looks like it's just going to be towards the east of Hong Kong. That is not just by the Japan Meteorological Agency, but also the Hong Kong Observatory expects it to move just north of Hong Kong Island. Now, I say just north, it really, you're still going to be in the eye wall here, and it is a very close call, and there's definitely going to be these very strong winds out here. Also, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, the unofficial agency, but it's used by basically all the foreigners around the world, is now taking the storm just north of Hong Kong Island as well. They are basically in line at this time with the GFS model, but just take a look at this. This is right around 0300 Hong Kong Standard Time, and you still have these very strong winds just offshore. If we rewind this right to about midnight, you can see the storm system just towards the east, and these winds are going to be coming straight off of Victoria Harbor, hitting all these high-rise buildings, and this is what we're talking about, those winds gusting over 200 kilometers per hour, not just on the surface, but likely in some of these high-rise buildings. So a very serious situation. Starting right around 18 to 2000 Hong Kong Standard Time, I do think that the pressure gradient is going to dramatically start to drop, and that means the winds are going to be dramatically increasing out here. It's already pretty breezy, but those typhoon strength winds likely kicking in around 8 p.m., not just in Hong Kong, Macau, Guangzhou, and even out there towards the east into Shanwei. You're really going to be seeing some of these worst conditions at right front quadrant pushing on shore and a very high risk of storm surge. I know we've been talking about this for several days, but I do want to strongly stress, you have to think about this. Winds gusting up to 200 kilometers per hour. Think about getting hit by a piece of debris like that. So I know it's a Sunday evening here, and it really, you just want to sit inside and ride this one out if at all possible. Don't try to venture out. Definitely don't try to take any ferry travel starting by this afternoon into the evening hours. And this is just the ECMWF, a very similar output, almost worst case scenario out here for Hong Kong. The good news, it's slightly weaker than the monster we were seeing 48 hours ago, but yeah, these are some pretty damaging winds swooping across the harbor here, out there towards the island, and even out there towards the north. So, yeah, we're going to continue to keep you posted very closely on the storm system. If you have watched every single one of these videos, please let me know as we've been tracking Hong Kong push off there towards the west. Anything we can do to help improve on them. Also appreciate that feedback, and as always, stay safe out there, everybody. I think the key neat thing to note out here in Hong Kong at this time is definitely be ready for the worst. Even though the storm system does look like it's going to track towards the north, it really is going to be hitting you there quite hard. So if you have any leaky windows, move electronics away from them. Definitely just take anything, if you have anything loose outside, anything that could fly around, obviously anything like laundry that may be on your balconies out here, bring that in. And also one thing people often do, and I think it's a common mistake, is tape up their windows. I highly recommend not just doing it. You're probably going to end up with sticky windows. I think it does more harm sometimes than good. So something just to really keep in mind out here. And if you can still stay safe, and share some photos or videos of this storm system as it continues to push towards your location, definitely would appreciate that feedback as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and stay safe out there.